Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Just on World News Report today. I think I mentioned the channel before. Fairly new video, to be honest. Just seen. It's only 3 hours old. Just seen it. 611 adults arrested and 20 minors saved. LA Trafficking is the name of the video. So, Um, I mean, one of the hopes is, I suppose, that like not everybody's in on this. I mean, when we say everyone's in on it, we're kind of exaggerating slightly. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of right. Everybody's in on this. Everybody that matters in many ways is kind of what we're saying. All the people in the higher echelons of politics, etc., the bankers, like anyone who really sort of matters, and it doesn't have to be everybody, but anyone that seems to matter is kind of in on this, is kind of the crack. But not everybody is in on this. Again, not everybody is up for. Well, again, some of the stuff we've heard coming out in the Epstein files here, fucking, it isn't just assaulting girls or children. It's possibly far worse than that. Again, we're talking possible sacrifice, murders, possibly even eating people, cannibalism, as we've seen in the last video. As mad as it all sounds, there's kind of evidence that that's really is what's going on. And well, I mean, I claim it is anyway because that's part of the sort of the Luciferian Satanism angle of it all, if you know what I mean. That's what the sacrifice and the actual eating of people is about, the cannibalism. It's to do with religion, really, and again, the dark religion, the dark arts, it's Satanism, Luciferianism, Druids, these kind of things. It's all in that sort of ballpark. So yeah, I mean, I claim that this was the crack before all these files come out, but it's like I said in the video yesterday, you don't, when you're talking to the general public, or the zombies, as we like to call them, if you just wade in with the fucking, they're all satanic paedophiles eating children and fucking all this kind of crack, you'll scare the shit out of the general public, to be honest, and they won't, they'll just they won't want to believe such horrific things. And even when the evidence is provided, and there's probably more evidence to come in the Epstein files that we haven't had released yet. Um, Even when the evidence is provided, it's still very hard to believe that all the richest people in the world are running around kidnapping, raping, and sacrificing and eating people and children. And that's what's going on. I mean, don't get me wrong, it sounds mental, but that's the way we're at. You know what I mean? That's where we're at. That's why the planet's fucked and nothing ever goes well, because we've let the fucking Satanists be in charge here. Again, I mentioned it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not a good idea. So, not everybody, again, when we say everybody's in on it, it's a bit of an exaggeration. Not quite everybody will be in on it. Not everybody is a paedophile. Some people wouldn't go this far. So there is a hope that within the world, Britain, America, anywhere, to be honest, that there's people exist that are high enough up in sort of politics or the police to actually get something done about this, despite all the upper echelon people being involved in it. There's got to be a couple of people somewhere who can get things done that aren't in on this, and stopping them would be too obvious that you're in on it. So hopefully things can still be done. That's, you know what I mean. And stopping people in their tracks doing stuff could be too obvious, and let people know you're in on it. So hopefully we might actually get things done, but I don't think it. Again, I don't know. It says here that the title of the video is 611 arrested and 20 minors saved, LA trafficking. So there seems to have been some sort of ring busted in LA here. But the big question is, because we don't know who the 611 people are, although it is LA. So it could be high profile people, rich people, famous people, celebrities, possibly, maybe even above that, bankers, who knows. But I mean, my crack would be, to be honest, that these are just low level people, and all the upper echelon people that we've been hearing about here in the Epstein files, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all the people. None of these people will have been arrested. It'll all be like lower level people. Again, this elite paedophile network doesn't operate on its own. It will use lower level paedophile sex trafficking networks to get people, because this is why they don't get caught, because they don't necessarily do all the dirty work, and that's how you don't get caught. So yeah, so this is the news. I haven't, again, we're gonna have a listen to it, but I'm very skeptical that the 611 adults arrested, anybody from the upper echelon paedophile ring here. I would imagine it's lower down. And again, we won't see. I mean, Donald Trump shouldn't be president at this point. He's in there. He's definitely fucking. He's definitely. I would say it's true about Donald Trump, to be honest. We need him out of the presidency. I mean, all of them, every single name in this Epstein file, they all need to face justice, because they've done some of the most horrible things that anyone could absolutely possibly imagine. Again, we're talking possible sacrifice, murder, and cannibalism. It's the worst things you can imagine here. So again, I maintain, me personally, and I've known this for 20 years nearly. I don't want these people running the world I live in, because they're not very nice people, and I can guarantee you it won't go well. And it hasn't been going well for quite a while now. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but at least 5, 6, 7 years there's a shit show here, constantly going downhill, everything breaking, everything getting worse. So could be why. Could be why we let the Satanists run the show here, the Luciferians, the Druids. We've let these people run everything, and it's all gone to fuck. So I'll play the video. 611 arrested. But as I maintain, it will not be the upper echelon paedophile ring here. It'll be a lower down one, and they'll catch this one and tell you about it. Even then, they haven't told us about it. This is on. I haven't heard this on the mainstream, so that's another thing, I suppose. If it's not on the mainstream, and it's true that 611 have been arrested, maybe they have got some big names in there, and they're covering it up by not telling anybody. I don't know. We'll play the video. We'll see where we are.
James Kaufman, World News Report today. Ladies and gentlemen, as we're watching Nancy Guthrie in this...
I'm very suspicious about this Nancy Guthrie thing as well. I'm very suspicious. I mean, we've already linked her into the Epstein files, coincidentally, obviously. She's been linked into the Epstein files again. We'll have to. This one's still cooking, to be honest. It's still cooking. Something's going on. It's not what we're being told. Something's amiss here. I hope the 84-year-old woman's all right. You know what I mean? It's an 84-year-old woman. She can't get far. I mean, I've just noticed this over here. It's exposed inside the Freemason cover-up that let pedo cop walk free. So the Mirror, so that's in England, I believe. I might mention that, actually. I might make a video on that. So yeah, Freemason, pedo cop, been telling you for quite a while about the Freemasons, the fucking Fabian Society, the club, all these little clubs that these people are in that help protect them. Right, well, it's all the same crack with Epstein as well, and all these fuckers are in the Freemasons and all this crack. And you've got to be an absolute fucking moron, to be honest. I mean, honestly, you have to be a moron in February 2026, after this drop of the Epstein files and everything that's gone before us, not to have a fucking clue what's going on. Do you know what I mean? You really are a zombie, the likes of which we've never fucking seen here. Wandering around shopping malls looking for brains. Honestly, you've got to be fucking stupid to not have an inkling what's going on here now. So yeah, I mean, this whole I've said before. I've made a video on it when it links to the Epstein files, but this has massively set off my spider sense right early on this. It's another one of the psyops that they're up to. So I hope the 84-year-old woman turns up all right in the end. To be honest, I mean she might not though. That's the thing again. You're dealing with people who sacrifice and eat people, so there's a good chance the 84-year-old woman won't be all right. Um, and is it a way, in some way, of stopping this Guthrie woman from reporting the Epstein? But apparently her husband's links into the Bill Clinton, so they're all involved in this Epstein crack in a way. So I wouldn't. It's maybe I wouldn't say it hasn't got something to do with that. You know what I mean? It's definitely suspicious. I mean, even the interviews that they don't look at much. He's just sat there saying fuck all. It's all just suspicious to me. Absolutely sets off my spider sense. And I'm usually right about these things, so we'll see what happens. But there's some of a miss here. I mean, what day she turns up as well? Wait for the number of the day. That'll be significant. I guarantee you. The day she turns up, the number will be significant. They will connect into the same number somewhere else, somewhere. And when it comes about, I'll mention it. So, yeah, the media's kind of busy with this crack. And again, that's why I've kind of thought there's something going on here, because it's yeah, that this is what they do with the media. You know what I mean? That keep you distracted with things so that you don't tell you other things. So maybe that's the crack that they're not telling you about this 611 arrested in America. I don't know. I'm not in America. So yeah, they often do that. So we'll play anyhow. Let's listen to this crack about the 611.
Drama unfold. 600 people were arrested for child trafficking, mostly in Los Angeles, California. Now I'm going to play this, and then we're going to go to the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department and prove that this is actual fact, not fiction. Can you imagine if 600 people were arrested, how many people are really involved? All of them. All of them. What is going on, and what are they doing with our children?
Yeah, to be fair, not all of them. If people are getting arrested, again, it's whether the upper echelons will get arrested, but that's half to do with the power that they wield. And an average copper on the beat not just going to walk into the White House and try and arrest Donald Trump. It's not going to happen, or Bill Clinton, or Hillary Clinton. It's just not going to happen. They're going to have to be orders from higher up, possibly the FBI, to go and get these people. And if the people in the FBI, which we know the person running the FBI is in on it, after claiming there was no credible evidence in the Epstein files. So that's why, you know what I mean, the higher up people will not be brought to justice unless somebody with some power somewhere can order people to do something that wasn't in on this. And there is a possibility that that is the case, that not everybody is in on this. Not everybody, but a lot, most, and all the people that kind of matter. But all we need is a couple. All we need is a couple that's high enough up that isn't involved in this. And I pray for the day that takes place, but both in America and in England. We need the people who are not in on it to make moves here. So, like in England, it's kind of like the cabinet, Starmer and Rayner and fucking Shamood. They're all in on it, you know what I mean? And possibly the shadow cabinet on the other team for the Conservatives, or whoever's the shadow cabinet, they'll kind of be in on it as well. And you only kind of need the cabinet to get everything done here, you know what I mean? And all the lower level politicians, fuck them, we don't need them. So, but they don't have the power that the cabinet do, is kind of the crack. So, but you just need people of power somewhere to. I mean, in England, we're a bit fucked with the whole king issue here. The king's in on it. The queen was in on it. The royal family are in on it. And yeah, they won't necessarily. I mean, I'll be very, very surprised if anything happens to Andrew, really. I mean, they might tell you something happens to Andrew. It's like Epstein. They might tell you something happened to Epstein. Oh, we've sent him to prison. Oh, he's died. It's Lord Lucan all over again. Yeah, they might tell you that they're prosecuting Andrew and they're going to do something to Andrew, but whether they actually do is the other question. Whether they actually follow it through and Andrew receives time in an actual prison. You know what I mean? Very, very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. And they'll play you with the card again that the Epstein, oh, he's in prison, he's in prison, oh, he's killed himself. When there's pretty much damn good evidence now that the man is still alive and possibly living in Tel Aviv in Israel. Very good evidence indeed. In fact, we've got pictures as well of Epstein with a beard, looking a bit older. Again, I said before, even before all this, that this man will not kill himself over this issue because he was protected by all of the most fucking richest, powerful people in the world, right? And he wasn't just like, it's not like this. They're trying to sell us in a way with the ex-girlfriend here. Oh, he was one of the fucking big boys here. He was one of the mates, wasn't he? He was fucking well in it. They're all mates. They're all pals here. They're all having a fucking royal good time on all the fucking islands and fucking ranches and the New York apartments. They're all loving it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's all again. It's the trying to put the fire out here, and if we don't keep the pressure on, they might be able to put the fire out. But if the people can keep the pressure on, again, more people know. I believe there was somebody running around an airport shouting it as well. And I'll maybe bring that forth. Hold on.
All of y'all are acting normal. You gotta catch your flights. You gotta go to work. The Epstein fucking files have been released, and all of y'all are acting normal. All of y'all.
He's got a point, hasn't he?
Fucking right, he's got a point. Yeah, he's got a point. Honestly, like it's the general public need to know about this, and if we can get the general public to know, we can get rid of these people and actually have a fucking decent world. Would you believe it? Is kind of the crack. These people have ruined the world around us for their own gains, for their own fun. And if we want to fucking fix the world and not live in a shithole, this is the answer. So, well, absolute fair play to that man running around an airport, making a spectacle of himself, obviously, but he's doing it for a greater cause. Like, he's making a cunt of himself in an airport here to try and get you, the general fucking zombies, to understand the world that you live in and possibly make it better. You know what I mean? Make the world better for you, the zombies. No concept of the idea here. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, we are surrounded by retards. This is evident to anybody with a brain. So yeah, people need to know. Again, that's the absolute fair play to that man in the airport shouting from the rooftops here. Take a look at the fucking Epstein files because the sick motherfuckers in charge need to go. Need to go. So anyhow, let's carry on with this 611 arrested, which I guarantee will not be any of the big names that we fucking, you know what I mean? It says L.A., so it's like Hollywood kind of area, L.A. But it won't be fucking Tom Hanks and the likes, you know what I mean? It won't be any of the celebrities, Bill Gates, etc. No. This will be like lower level. So let's listen anyhow.
111 people. That is the number that was arrested yesterday for trafficking our children. All came about by accident with a single tip that triggered a massive California human trafficking bust with some of the most despicable human beings known to mankind. But only 20 children were saved yesterday out of hundreds of thousands that go missing every year here in the United States of America. Out of the 611 people that were arrested yesterday, hundreds of them were identified as purchasers of these children. Many of them have been identified coming from as far away as Illinois, Oklahoma, and Missouri. The LAPD is quoted by saying that many of these children are put on the streets over there in Los Angeles, be victimized, and repeatedly over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, again, well, this is what's going on, and we need to put a stop to it. You know what I mean? We absolutely need to put a stop to it. Again, I think we kind of need to demand that the rest of the Epstein files here. Apparently they're not going to release them, but not good enough, to be honest. Not good enough. We want the rest of them. Again, I want to know um, how bad it really is. Again, it's from what we've got now. It's real bad, to be honest. But it's worse. It's worse than this. That's the beauty of it. It's worse than what we know. So we need rid of these people. Honestly, that's the bottom line here. If you want a decent fucking world here where children are kidnapped, trafficked, raped, murdered, and sacrificed, and possibly eaten, we need rid of these fucking people ASAP. ASAP, like. Just thinking there as well. Los Angeles, the city of angels. Again, was that anything to do with? We have all these places named after saints, etc., and sort of the Terra del Leso. Again, if you took a boat from Terra del Leso down south, it isn't far to Los Angeles, the city of angels, possibly. Again, just all kind of, I don't know, just again, Los Angeles, the city of angels. But in modern times, it's a hellhole, isn't it? There's not many angels knocking around, or they're all bad if they are. So, but I just thought that was interesting. Terra del Eso, which again, missing from the map in the region just north of California, really. So, could there be a connection there? Anyway, let's carry on with this. Let's see if we can get some information on who's actually been fucking arrested here.
Saying that many of these children just barely entered into their teens. Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman called the trafficking network a modern slavery, saying the county has become a major hub for that type of crime. Saying to go as far as that Los Angeles County is one of the epicenters of human sex trafficking in the entire nation. Of course, all under the guise of Governor Gavin Newsom. I said it before, and I will say it again. The only way for these people to stop attacking our children is to make the punishment so unbearable, go after new legislation, and change these laws that it.
Yeah, but we need to get the people that's really doing it. You know what I mean? You need it. We need it goes right to the top, and we need to get right to the top here. Fortunately. And the problem will be slightly is we won't get evidence on everybody possibly, and then if we leave too many, it can carry on. These people will carry on, so it's going to have to be real thorough, and we kind of need everybody on board. I mean, the fact that half of the world isn't interested in solving child trafficking, paedophilia, sacrifice, and possible fucking cannibalism is a very, very sad state of affairs for the world, isn't it? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, just let them crack on. Let them crack on, aye. So yeah, I mean, out of interest, I'm gonna Google it. Hold on. So we're just on. It's an AI overview, obviously, but they're not far off here. This AI crack now. To be fair, an estimated 8 million children are reported missing around the world each year, while the vast majority are found quickly. A lot of these cases are not. High concentration of incidents in the United States and India. Right, well, we know what goes on in India. Global estimation, approximately 8 million children, roughly 460,000 children reporting missing each year. This is the United States. As many as 2,300 reported missing daily. 2,300 children a day missing. Now, again, the majority, so let's go with, so we say 80% are found, possibly. That would still leave approximately, well, for maybe 23, 50 children, 500 children, is that right? Yeah, 500 children a day go missing. India, 96,000 each year. Europe, as we see, all these teens, a significant portion, not the mass majority of cases. Some of them will be runaways as well in that age range, but again, kind of the age as well. The 12, again, these grooming gangs are fucking getting hold of them, etc. So, I mean, 8 million a year, we'll knock that down to 2 million to be conservative. No, we'll go with a million to be conservative. That don't turn back up. 1 million children a year, which is a fucking lot. Do you know what I mean? A lot of children are going missing here. And a vast section of them will be going. I mean, the sad thing is, films like the fucking Hostel and all this kind of crack are all real. You know what I mean? Like these horror films that you've been watching for years are pretty much true. To be honest, this is what generally is happening to people all around the world. They're being kidnapped and fucking murdered, and yeah, like all these films, these horror films, probably were written because this is what's fucking going on. So 8 million children, let's say a million children a year vanish off the face of the earth. How many of them end up in this fucking sick paedophile fucking satanic ritual network as well? All lower down, again, there's 611 here. It's an absolute epidemic fucking problem here, you know what I mean? Like, why the fuck are we not sorting this out?
If you go after our children and you compromise and you hurt and you find a way to get away with taking one of them and you get caught, no discussions asked, that you have forfeited your own life. A life for a life.
Yeah, I'd hang them. Honestly, I'd publicly hang these people. In public, again, we used to do this, you know what I mean? It was a good thing, deterred people, a bit of a spectacle as well. There was very little to do back then, there was no TV. So our public hanging will have been all the rage, you know what I mean? Some people think, oh, it's a bit dark. Not really, not really. These people are dark. And we're gonna fucking sort them out by hanging them by the fucking neck, till dead, in the public square, so everyone can watch. Everyone can watch what these crimes will get you. Yeah, I would honestly bring back public hanging in the square in London now. I'd televise it. And I'd hang every single fucking last one of these people. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, both the Clintons, fucking, you name it. I'd hang the fucking lot of them, right? Trial, obviously. We'll give them a trial before we hang them. But they're all guilty as fuck, so we're hanging them. So, yeah, gone again, and that is your deterrent. But it's also what these people deserve. It's what they deserve to be in public, have their crimes outed, and then to swing from the neck till fucking dead for what they've done to people, children. They deserve to die, and unfortunately, an eye for an eye, and they've took many eyes here, many eyes, children's eyes. So for me, hang 'em in the public square till dead, and let the world watch. I'd televise it. Honestly, I would televise it.
That's what I suggest, Mr. President. Someone that takes the heart and the soul of one of our children, the penalty for that crime, no questions asked, should be to remove them off the face of...
And then, of course, it's all real. ABC 7 News. You know, Sheriff Robert Luna needs to be checked out. He's bought and paid for. A week-long statewide crackdown on human trafficking.
Yeah, all these people that are bought and paid for, that's our problem of getting this sorted, getting the justice, it gets stopped and blocked by people, as it has many times, and that's kind of come out as well. So, yeah, that's the problem, these people who are in on it. But we've got to weed them out. We've got to weed them out here, and there is evidence suggesting links, the emails. Again, this is why we want the rest of the Epstein files, so we can truly understand who's involved here, because we can't get rid of them if we don't know who they are. So, absolutely, like, and again, I agree with this man. Fucking take these people off the earth for what they've done.
It resulted in more than 600 arrests and the rescue of 170 people, including children as young as 13, according to the Los Angeles Regional Human Trafficking Task Force. What's wrong with this state? this governor, these people in California. I know what y'all do. I know who you are. I'm coming for you now. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna said the final week of January brought together local, state, and federal agencies only because they pushed you into it. You're bought and paid for, you piece of trash. Human trafficking and child exploitation are devastating crimes that target the most vulnerable among us, Luna said. Authorities said 156 adults, 14 children were rescued across California, with a large share of the operation concentrated in Los Angeles County, where Luna's the sheriff. Luna, what about the 600 people that were arrested? Can we get some names? Can we ever get names? I heard that these people that have them on order were all around the United States and the rich and the famous. We want the names.
Yeah, hopefully these celebrities and people going down here, but 611 people and we haven't got any names. So, still kind of being covered up again, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm going to leave it there. There's more of the video if you want. Just kind of, again, there isn't any names named. This is just kind of the crack. 611 arrested. Human trafficking, forced, by human trafficking, busts by a task. See, this is the problem. The task force is the task force. Is anybody in the task force corrupted here? You know what I mean? Again, everybody in the task force needs to be not a paedophile, satanist, you know what I mean? And then we can maybe get somewhere here. And they need ultimate power. They need to be able to arrest high-level officials within the United States government, unfortunately. So, yeah. I mean, in the words of Lenny Kravitz, I posted the song there, you must engage and rearrange, and we can put this planet back to one, you know what I mean? But as it stands, it's fucked, absolutely fucked, because we've let the worst people on the earth run the earth, and they're still running it. They're still running it right now. And they're going to run it into the ground pretty soon with the economy, possibly a war, and then they're going to bring in the New World Order and fucking rape whoever they like. Seems to be the plan. So, yeah, we need to, again, I've been saying this for 20 years, but the general public are fucking stupid and zombies, as we all know. So nothing will probably happen and it'll get worse. We'll leave it there. Peace.